My name is Hope Solo, and I'm the World Cup winning goalkeeper for the U.S. women's national soccer team. I am here to address the leaders at the Paris climate talks and urge them to reach a binding agreement on climate change that holds nations accountable to their commitments. Climate change is important to me because it already is impacting every region of the United States, and its effects are visible everywhere, including my home state of Washington. In 2014, a national climate assessment found that in the northwestern United States, changing snow melts are reducing the supply of water, causing far-reaching ecological and socio-economic consequences. In our coastal zones, the effects of a rising sea level, erosion, threats to habitat, and increasing ocean acidity pose a major threat to our region. It will affect our ability to fish as the rising temperatures and changing water flows threaten salmon and other fish species. Climate will also alter our forests by increasing wildfire risk, insect and disease outbreaks. Much of it will be driven by water deficits, which will make trees more vulnerable to insects and disease, and also make them more flammable. More than 900,000 acres have already burned this year in Washington wildfires, more than doubling last year's total. And the Okanagan Complex Fire is the largest in the state's history. By the 2080s, the average area burned in the Northwest per year would quadruple if emissions continue to increase. While the U.S. has been a leader in global efforts to reduce the threat of climate change through stronger fuel economy standards, increasing clean energy, decreasing carbon pollution, and establishing renewable energy targets. For example, the United States has doubled our use of wind, solar, and geothermal energy since 2009, creating new jobs and new industries. But there is more work to be done, and it cannot happen without universal agreement. When President Obama outlined our climate action plan in 2013, he said, "Someday, our children and our children's children will look at us in the eye and they'll ask, did we do all that we could when we had the chance to deal with this problem and leave them a cleaner, safe, more stable world?" I urge world leaders in Paris to think of what that means and to make history with a binding agreement that achieves what is needed to prevent the threshold where global warming becomes catastrophic and irreversible. The time for talk is over. Action must be taken. Thank you.